My name is Marvin XFiles, and today we will be talking about the woke people. Talking about woke. These incels, the game just came out. The game just came out. Ghost of Tsushima 2, or Ghost of Yeti, I believe it's called. This game, it has a female protagonist. And people are complaining about a Japanese female samurai, which I'm gonna be honest. Tradition wise, a female cannot be a samurai. That is true. It always have been the male. You live and you about a sword. That has always been a man thing, to carry the blade and fight his opponents. And now they have a female leading charge, and you play as a woman, and people are set and enraged about us playing as a female protagonist up in Ghost of Yeti. It's crazy. Which my issue is that, hold on, before we get to my issues, this is details about the game. Follows a new hero, Asta, in a new Japanese region with grasslands and snowy tundras. See, more than 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima. Increased visuals quality, including massive sight lines and auras and stars. Okay. Released in 2025. All right, for sure. And we got pictures, and people are calling this woke. And my issue is, if that this isn't like Blue Eyed Samurai, that Netflix series, that animated Netflix series, then we have a problem, because that series was fire and it made sense. She disguised herself as a man, as in the haircut, clothing, and all that. She was a tomboy or stud, but it made sense. She just a full out women going out there slaying man, 300 pounds, 250 pounds, and me. It doesn't quite make sense, and that is the problem. If you create these Japanese samurai games, and they gotta be placed up in that realm of reality, it has to have some form of it. It have to honor tradition of the samurai that wields that blade and that duels his opponent. It has to be like, it needs to be like that. It has to be good. It has to be great. But now everybody's doing it. Look at Grand Theft Auto 6. Female protagonist. Me, I don't got an issue with it, but it's like, okay, everybody's doing it now. Now Ghost of Tsushima is, now Ghost of Yeti is doing it. And like, it seems as if that more games are pushing female protagonists, which I don't have an issue with, but this game is based up in the samurai era. And we all know that majority of men are supposed to be the samurai, not the women. So it's kind of questioning, like yeah, you're like, hey, but what's going on? But that story, if that story isn't like Blue Eyed Samurai, she just become rogue, and like Jen, something happened to Jen or something, and they cross paths or something. I don't know, but it needs to be a compelling story. It needs to be great. It needs to be sold to me up in a brilliant way that I could believe it and it makes sense. It needs to be a believable story. That story is the driving force of Ghost of Yeti. That is the driving force. But yeah, man, this female protagonist, I question, because it's like, I don't know. It's the story. That story needs to be like, I'm telling you, man, they gotta sell it to me. Take all my money. But if the story is, oh, I'm rogue and they killed my mom and my dad, so I went rogue, and like, then it's like, I don't know, champ. I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, man. Here's Ghost of Tsushima 2 woke. Imagine spending years having to pretend Ghost of Tsushima was some masterful told complex narrative because it came out at the same time as The Last of Us 2. And you need an anti-woke champion only for the sequel to do this the unthinkable, make you play as girl. Devastating. Me, dang, I did not know this. That's crazy. Ghost of Tsushima sequel stars a Japanese woman samurai warrior because of course it does. They can't help themselves until every franchise that was built on masculinity is replaced by a woman. Ghost of Yotei is hopefully a smaller spin-off game, but oh, okay. Ghost of Tsushima 2 having a woman protagonist is the funniest outcome ever giving. How anti-woke. A lot of the fan base is, I can already smell the thumbnails. Wow. They should have called it Ghost of Tawumsha. That's crazy, but they can't be because of woke. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yeti. Ghost of sequels, gender swap. Yeah, that's crazy. Woke DEI female protagonist in Ghost sequel just ruined the show. Are people going to start calling Ghost of Tsushima 2 woke now because you play as a girl instead of a boy? I gotta see the story. Ghost of Tsushima prided itself on historical realism and accuracy at its best as it could. Ghost of Yeti is having a dual-wielding female Ronin with a side shave haircut in feudal Japan. This is woke. The actress is woke. I kind of agree with that. Ghost of Tsushima prides itself on historical realism. It does. That is the way of the warrior. That's crazy. I do agree with that. The actress is woke. Oh, wow. But I do agree with that first sentence. I agree with. I don't care what nobody say. It makes sense. People are just capping. It's supposed to be based off of realism. Very high for the Ghost 2 finally got announced, but disappointed to see Sony continue down this DEI path. How the freak do you replace Jen with a woman after only one game? Dog. That I agree with. I agree with that. One game and he's replaced. I do. He has a point. It's solid and it's valid. Need to see my boy develop and become a leader of the Shinobi. Waste the potential for real. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, man, but yeah, people are like, they kind of have a point of calling it progressive, DEI, SJW, and they do have points. But I got to see that story though. I'm not taking any sides, but I do got to see that story. And if it's a typical and they had slaughtered my family, so I came away. Nah, I'm gonna be upset. It needs to be more compelling. It needs to be more thought out, kind of like the Blue Eye Samurai. It needs to be, but this is crazy. But yeah, man, and they should have continued off of Ghost of Tsushima 2 with the male character. I do agree with that. And Ghost of Yeti, I hope it's good. But if it's not, it's like, huh. But I wanted to know you guys' thoughts and opinions about this. How does this make you guys feel? I need to know. How does it make you feel? Let me know. Let me know. Because I need to know. Me, it's like, I care, but it needs to be a good story. If that story is just so bland and basic, I'm gonna be upset. Like, yeah, DEI up the max, and pandering at its finest, at its best. It's an art style now, and it's masterful now. It proceeds and it ruins everything, pandering to woke, to the SJWs and all that and diversity is trash. This is trash. If the story, I'm telling you, that story plays a big factor in if I like it or not. But yeah, my name is Marvin XFiles. If it doesn't got that X, that stamp, it is real, it is authentic. Marvin XFiles, or Marvin the Oracle. That hat on as if I was Little League. 2 fingers. Peace out.